Alright guys, so some of my favorite stories to do on my channel are stories about when the woke revolutionaries turn on each other, right? When they eat themselves, which happens quite a bit, right? And I especially love it when the woke mob turns against the woke white liberal, right? Who virtue signals to try to get acceptance from the woke mob. However, the woke mob will never truly accept woke like liberals because the woke mob, particularly those who are not white, actually hate white people, right? They don't like white folks, right? Have you listened to their rhetoric, right? They clearly are telling you we're not down with white people. It doesn't matter how much you virtue signal. It doesn't matter how much you kiss the ring, right? It doesn't matter. They still will not ever accept you. So this story, again, is a story about just that. As there was a woke white liberal woman whom went on TikTok to declare that you cannot tan unless you are supporting Black Lives Matter. Yes, you can't go out here and tan unless you get out and march in the streets for Black Lives Matter. And I want to talk about that and the reaction from the woke mob after she posts a series of TikToks just like that, virtue signaling how, again, she's down for the brown, right? She's down for the team. But before I get in that, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can do so using the links in the description below. You support the Patreon, you support the PayPal, you support the merch. There are multiple ways to support the channel if you would like to do so, including getting yourself one of my signature racist mugs, which is a daily reminder of the 2022 definition of racist according to the Democrat Party and the left, which is anybody who disagrees with the Democrats. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll this clip.
Hey, it's that time of year again where white people can't wait to get really tan. And Latinos también, bronceaditos, quemaditos. If you're a white person, you can't wait to get super tan and you can't say Black Lives Matter and you're not an ally and you can't stand for your Black, brown, indigenous, people of color, friends, and family, then do everyone a favor and tanning is not for you. So, thank you.
Yeah, so according to this person, right, this woke white liberal woman, she's declaring that you cannot tan as a white person unless you support Black Lives Matter. Again, I'm not sure if she's being sarcastic here, but I actually think she's being dead serious because on her TikTok, she is definitely an ally, right? She definitely goes out here and stomps for BLM and virtue signals her white guilt on a daily basis, okay?
Hi, Jamie DeVue. Am I saying that correctly? Oof. Throw them away. Where did you get that one from? That's an interesting place to go. Those certainly weren't my words. They were yours. And BLM, it's interesting that you can't write out Black Lives Matter. I wasn't talking about the organization in that video. I was talking about the concept of Black people's lives mattering, indigenous people's lives mattering, and people of color's lives mattering, and being an ally and not a hypocrite in regards to tanning. That's all. But all of the white people have proven themselves on this post because all you guys hear is don't tan. But that's not what I was saying at all. And the people that get it, because that is an old video from April. So it's only getting some traction now, but thanks for stopping by. It's okay. I made for a funny response, Vidya. But you brought up a good point. We know that all lives matter. We know it, but do y'all know? Because you can't say Black Lives Matter. You're just going around saying all lives matter. We know that. It's not all lives that are being systematically targeted right now. That's why we're here saying Black Lives Matter. And indigenous lives matter, and people of color's lives matter.
Which again is kind of confusing to me because they always tell white people to be less white, and when white people try to be less white, right, like tanning, right, you're technically browning your skin, right, which by definition is being less white. Apparently, that's a problem, right? Apparently, that's a problem. You're not doing enough, right? Again, some people will never, ever be satisfied no matter what you do. And that not only includes her, but it also includes her followers who quickly turned on this woman for over virtue signaling while white in an obvious attempt to get clicks and likes.
Hey,
Melissa, this is my last response I'm gonna do because I have a lot to do tonight. But I can see what you're saying. You don't know me. You don't know me outside of TikTok. I mean, I'm definitely not gaining any likes, clout, or anything from this because, as you can see, I'm a pretty small account. I've spoken out about racial injustice from the beginning of my TikTok. I don't know, what else you would like from me. I'm definitely not parading my friends around on here. Like, I don't really have a lot of videos with a lot of my friends. The only friend I think I have on here is Jay, pretty much. But I definitely see what you're saying, and I do live Black Lives Matter every day. The people that know me in real life know that, know who I am and know what I'm gonna stand for in my day-to-day life and know who my friends are and all of that. But I hear you, and I hope you have a good evening and a good weekend.
Okay, as they basically did not like the fact that she is white but also speaks Spanish and claims to be Latina, right? Because apparently she's from South America. However, she is very, very, very white and she has blue eyes. So therefore, they're saying that because you are not a so-called person of color, you can't claim to be Latina.
Y'all are really out here being as absolutely dumb as possible when Google is free, right? Like, is that fun for you? Go ahead and Google Latin American countries and see what comes up. Argentina comes up, my guy. But yeah, stay blessed, brother. Also, race and ethnicity are not mutually exclusive. So yeah, I'm white and I'm Latina. Hey, Jake, how are you? I am going to be the one to tell you that race and ethnicity are not the same thing. You can be black Latino, you can be white Latino, you can be Asian Latino. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I was about to go live, but I'll respond to this first. Who's flexing? As you're projecting that. Yeah, the country is massively racist and massively problematic, just like a lot of countries. I can still be proud of my heritage. I was actually born in the States. My mom and grandparents are Argentinian. So I don't know where you're going with this, but thanks for stopping by. And we can only work to dismantle racism and prejudice and colorism. Take a look at my page. So also, the United States of America, where I was born, is massively racist and systematically problematic. So I'm also proud to be American.
See, this is the life you will live when your whole life's obsession is over race, right? And arguing with the woke revolutionaries about race, whom, seem to be, some of the more racist people in this story that I'm covering, because they're assuming that because she is a white looking person, that she is not Latina, right? That she is not from, or her family is not from a Latino country in South America, which again, that in and of itself is a racist assumption. Again, these are the same people, right, who say that Elon Musk is not really African, okay, because he's white. There's no way. Only black people can be African. Only so-called people of color can be Latino or Latina, or shall I say Latinx, which is probably a term that this woman uses, because she seems to be down with the alphabet team too, which, if you've ever been to one of these South American countries or been around a lot of, Latino people, yeah, some of them are very white, right? So a lot of them, more than you think, have blonde hair and blue eyes, right? All you gotta do is just turn on Latino television show, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, they're very prevalent, okay? But again, the point here is that this is what happens when you get in bed with the woke mob. They will eventually eat you alive, especially if you are a white-looking person, right? And if you're a white-looking person and you start to try to display characteristics that they don't think belong to white folks, they're gonna accuse you of cultural appropriation. They're gonna accuse you of being fake. You're not acting white enough. But if you act too white, then you're racist, right? So again, I want you guys to understand the mental gymnastics that the left goes through here, right? They're simultaneously telling white people that you're too white, but when you try to be less white, then you're appropriating other people's culture, right? Again, it's a no-win situation, which is why you should never, ever, ever try to please the mob. But hey, this is what this person signed up for, because obviously she wants to be a race crusader, right? She wants to live her whole life virtue signaling to people who simply aren't going to like her. They will never really accept her because of the way she looks, mainly the color of her skin. So, hey, it is what it is. Again, the people that seem to be fighting the hardest against racism in this country seem to be the most racist people in this country. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.